Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead replied, My dear mother, best of the chaste, in your previous birth, in the Swayambhuva millennium, you were known as Prishni and Vasudev, who was the most pious Prajapati, was named Sutapa. Purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. The Supreme Personality of Godhead made it clear that Devaki had not become his mother only now. Rather, she had been his mother previously also. Krishna is eternal, and his selection of a father and mother from among his devotees takes place eternally. Previously also, Devaki had been the Lord's mother and Vasudeva the Lord's father. And they were named Prishni and Sutapa. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears, he accepts his eternal father and mother, and they accept Krishna as their son. This pastime takes place eternally and is therefore called Nitya Lila. Thus, there was no cause for surprise or ridicule, as confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita 4.9. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yuveti taktvataha chakvadeham punar janma naiti mamiti swarjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving this body, the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. One should try to understand the appearance and disappearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead from Vedic authorities, not from imagination. One who follows his imaginations about the Supreme Personality of Godhead is condemned. Avajanantinam mudha manusham tanumasritam parambaham ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. The Lord appears as the son of his devotee by his param bhavam. The word bhava refers to the stage of pure love, which has nothing to do with material transactions. Om jnanam timirandasya jnananjana salakaya chakshurun miritam yena tasmai shri guruve namaha. Sri Chaitanya manobhistam stapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kantarada Kanta Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya cha Paridanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The Supreme Personality of God had replied, My dear mother, best of the chaste, in your previous birth, in the Swayambhuva millennium, you were known as Prishna Vasudeva, who was the most pious Prajapati was named Sutapa. Hare Krishna. So first I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to the authority here and all the devotees, so many wonderful devotees, beautiful deities. That's why we have so many beautiful devotees also. Radha Gokulananda. I remember some of the devotees, Maharaj, who comes to Mauritius, to my country, when they would be chanting, glorifying, because our deity is called Golokananda. So when they would chant, instead of chanting Golokananda, they would chant Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, even in Mauritius. Anyway, here, the Lord is saying that, replying to Mother Devaki, that they were before, in the previous millennium, Swayambhuva Manu's millennium, they were known as Prishni and Sutapa. So Prabhupada is saying in the purport that they were not the first time. It's not that they have become mother now, only now. They were already mother before to the Lord, Sutapa and Prishni. And but there is one question that Parikshit Maharaj asked to Sukadeva Goswami. When he heard about the glorious pastimes of Krishna with Yasoda Mata, Yasoda Maya, he asked the question, what pious activities Yasoda did to be able to achieve this ecstatic love of Godhead? Because Yasoda Mata fed milk to Krishna from her breast, breastfeeding milk. So what kind of pious activities she must have performed in her previous life to be able to become the mother of Krishna and to feed milk to Krishna? In fact, here it is mentioned that Devaki and Vasudeva, they did tapasya in the previous life. That's mentioned for a long period of time. And that's why they were able also, because of tapasya, they were able to become the parents of Krishna. But Parikshit Maharaj asked, what did Yasoda Mata, Maya, did to become the mother of Krishna? There's no mention. Of course, it's mentioned Yasoda and Devaki, Nanda Maharaj, in the previous life, they were Drona and Dhara, and mother and father of the Lord. But there is no mention that they also did tapasya like Vasudeva and Devaki to become Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj. There's no mention at all anywhere. So that's why Parikshit Maharaj, he was inquiring, what did they do? He heard about Vasudeva and Devaki, they did tapasya in previous life. What did Yasoda Mata to become the mother? And she was is explained in the verse Mahabhaga, Yasoda Mahabhaga, most fortunate mother. So, and Sukadeva Goswami explained that that's the difference between Nitya Siddha. They were Nitya Siddhas. They did not do any tapasya. They were just doing sadhana bhakti. There is no mention of tapasya. There's sadhana bhakti. And then they became the mother. And Parikshit Maharaj was not so convinced still after hearing that. They did not do any tapasya. He was not convinced. And that's why the chapter that follows after that question, and then Sukadeva Goswami narrated the story of the stealing of butter. Or the chapter is Yasoda binds Krishna. Because Parikshit Maharaj wasn't convinced about that. So that's why Sukadeva Goswami, just after the question asked by Parikshit Maharaj, He narrated that story of Yashoda Mata binding Lord Krishna. Of course, the pastime of Krishna, childhood pastime of Krishna had been enjoyed mostly by Yashoda Maya. So that's why the Acharyas explain, of all the forms of Krishna, all the incarnation of Krishna, the form of Krishna himself is the sweetest form, most sweet. Because in that form, he's able to perform his pastime even like a human being, fully. And also that he exchanges of the rasas, as a son. In many other religion, there is also the concept of gods, of the concept of fatherhood. God is a father in heaven. Or motherhood, like Durga, people praying to Durga, mother. God is mother. Or God is father in heaven. But it's not so much in our Siddhanta. We know the three rasas. We have Sakhya, then Vatsalya, Bhav, and Madhurya. There's no mention of parent, fatherhood. Of course, we do chant. We say, Pitaham ahacha jagato mata data pitamaha. Pitaham. So God is father. So in the Hindu prayers, sometimes they would chant Tameva Mata Chapita Tameva. Your mother and your father. Prabhupada explained his father, Krishna being father, Lord being the father, is not so much in our Siddhanta. But still, Krishna also says that Aham bija pradha pitaha. I'm the seed giving father. But that's mostly would say is the Aishwarya, his Aishwarya Bhav in the form of Lord Vishnu. When we say that Krishna, Lord is God, God is Father, that is a Vishnu, that Vishnu form. Or like Prabhuji was telling yesterday, that is the glance of Lord Vishnu, that is Sambhu. That is the father, the seed-giving father, Sambhu. And we know, he was also mentioning yesterday, from Balaram, come the Sankarshan, and then we have Lord Vishnu. So Vishnu is like the powerhouse. We compare to electricity. The powerhouse is Vishnu. Then the power is Ramadevi, as Lakshmi. And then electrical wire, that is Lord Shiva, or Sambhu. And the bulb, light bulb, that is Durga. Get it? In terms of electricity. Powerhouse is Lord Vishnu. And then you have the power is Lakshmi. And the electrical wire, that is Sambhu, Lord Shiva. And the light bulb is Durga. That's why people, they think that God is mother. Mother God is Durga. Shakti Ma. But that's the opulence. Of course, the relationship of Vasudeva and Devaki towards Krishna is mostly with awe and reverence. When Krishna was fighting in Mathura with Kamsa, and Vasudeva Devaki, they were there. They stood up and they could see Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they offered respect in awe and reverence. And Krishna and Balaram did not like that. Because in that situation, when the opulences of the Lord prevails, it diminishes the Vatsalya Bhav. Whereas in Vrindavan, when Vrindavan, Yashoda Mata and Nanda Maharaj, they don't think that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even if a time that it comes, some people will tell that he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they would say, and they were grateful, yes, it's nice that my son is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. That increase more and more this bhava, vatsalya bhava, even when they see the opulence of Krishna. Being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it increases the sakya, vatsalya bhava. No? So one time in Vrindavan, there was Upananda Maharaj. You know, Upananda is the elder brother. There are 4 brothers. Nanda Maharaj, Upananda, Sunanda, and there's one more. Upananda, Sunanda, Nanda, Abhinanda. Yeah, maybe Abhinanda. Or Nanda. So he wanted to have a meeting in Brajadham. He had called for all the elderly personalities. And the agenda of the meeting was Yashoda Mata. To speak about the behavior of Yashoda Maya towards Krishna. So Upananda said in the meeting, there was a meeting, and he said that this Krishna, this little Krishna, he must be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just see what kind of activities he's performing in Vrindavan. Lifting Govardhan Hill, killing so many demons. He must be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If not, he must be a demigod. If not a demigod, he must be a great yogi, great personality. And just see how Yashoda Mata is behaving towards him. She would not give, she would tell her to go to the forest and the cows, and she would not give enough makhan. Hari Jai Aragokulananda Ki. And see how she behaved towards Krishna. And that should stop. That must stop. And Nanda Maharaj was there. He was listening to this conversation, to the meeting, to the points, what they wanted to say. And then Nanda Maharaj said, okay, are you finished? Can I speak? Can I speak now? And it's okay, you can speak. It's your turn. He said, who is saying that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He is a demigod. You can ask me. I will tell you what he does at home. He's such a naughty boy. Sometimes he also gets headache and belly, stomach pain. He would come running towards his mother, crying. And if we don't give nice makhan with sugar, enough sugar, he would just overturn everything upside down in the house, in the kitchen. What kind of yogi is this? A yogi can control his senses at least. And you're saying that he's yogi? You ask me, I can tell you. So here, despite sometime they would come to the conclusion, he must be the Supreme Lord. But then, then they were all, after the meeting, they were all listening to Nanda Maharaj, and they were all burst laughing, and they were rolling on the ground and forgetting the agenda of that meeting. Completely forget. So it is not that there is no opulences in Brajadham. There is also opulences, full of opulences. What is that? Chintamani prakarasadma sukalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabi vipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra sammama sevyamanam govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami. One time when Srimati Radharani, when she was in Kurukshetra, meeting Krishna, seeing Krishna after so many years, 100 years, and they wanted to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. So they took Krishna. That's Rath Yatra. We celebrating. That's why we celebrate Rath Yatra. Radharani was there. And Radharani mentioned, this is my same master who saw my heart when I was young. And I'm the same Radharani, but I don't like this place. I wish to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan, to place fruit near the river, Yamuna. And the Gopas, the Brisabhasis, they understood Radharani's mind. And Brisabhasis, they are not Krishna conscious, they are Radha conscious mostly. They're in favor of Radharani, understanding the mind of Radharani. And then they moved the horses and they took a chariot, they pulled a chariot themselves. They become the horse to Vrindavan. And that news was reached to Dwarka. And Rukmini heard about it. She was furious. My husband is kidnapped. My husband has been kidnapped by the Brisabhasis. Became very furious, angry. Can you imagine kidnapping the Supreme Lord, the king? And she came to arrest the inhabitants of Vrindavan Dham. When she came, and all of them were arrested, including Srimati Radharani. And there was Lalita Vishaka. And Rukmini asked, how dare you all kidnap my husband? And Lalita, she was the spoke lady for Srimati Radharani. And she said, you are the big thief. You've stolen our Krishna. Krishna belongs to Vrindavan. Krishna was born in Mathura. He came to Vrindavan, he went back to Mathura, and then he went to Dwarka and you got married to him. But Krishna belongs to us. And that's why he's coming here. And that's why he's always thinking of the inhabitants of Brajadham. And then Rukmini said, yes, you're right. Krishna in Dwarka, although he's in Dwarka, and Dwarka is the most opulent of all the Vaikuntha planets in the Vaikuntha. Dwarka is the most opulent dham, opulent place. So we don't lack anything. Rukmini is saying we don't lack anything, we have everything. But still, when Krishna is sleeping at night, he's dreaming. He's thinking of the inhabitants of Brajadham and calling out the names of Nanda, Yasoda, the gopis' names, the cows' names. Why is that? Rukmini is asking the Brajavasis. Why is that? In Dwarka we have everything is full of opulences. Most opulent place, Dwarka. But still, Krishna is calling out the names of the Brajavasis. Why is that? And Lalita said, yes. Do you think that Dwarka is most opulent? Let me tell you. Vrindavan also is full of opulences. Vrindavan is full of opulences. We have the desire tree, Kalpavriksha, in Vrindavan. That's the opulence. Fulfilling desire tree. Desire fulfilling tree, we say. Chintamani dust. Chintamani, and then also Surabhi cows. You know Surabhi cows can provide milks unlimitedly. Surabhi, she has a daughter called Nandini. Yeah. One time Nandini was stolen and by some Muni, and to help herself, she manifested an army, a big army to protect her from her own body. See, that's the opulence. So Vrindavan is also full of opulences. But then Lalita Devi said, but we are not attracted, we are not attached. We're a very simple village girl. That's why Krishna is attracted to the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Of course, Srila Prabhupada is also saying here that Janma Karma Chame Divyam, that Krishna's birth and activities, they are transcendental. Krishna's birth, also his departure, is also transcendental. His Janma and Janma Karma Chamedi. Krishna, when he takes birth, he also want to tune up to the situation of the earthly affairs, earthly planets, because when he takes birth, when he becomes a fish normally in this world, they swim in the water. We've never seen fish walking on the street. So that's why when the Lord take birth as a fish, he also swimming. And like a lion roaring, roaring. So Krishna also taking birth as a lion, he's roaring. Or even birth as a tortoise. So he's also acting like a tortoise. Sarva Yonisu Kontaya. Say Sarva Yonisu Kontaya. Because life is possible, Krishna explained in Gita, life is possible through birth only in this world. Sarva Yonisu Kontaya. So that's why Krishna also takes birth. So you want to tune up in this according to the state of the affair of this world. And further Prabhupada is saying, Avajanantina mudha manusim tanumasrita. The mudhas, the fools, deride me when I appear in a human form. Fools. I checked in Bhagavad Gita what Prabhupada meant by fools. This is the impersonalism. They deride when the Lord appear as a human being. So there's always controversies between impersonalist and personalist. Because what is the goal of the Vedas? Of the Vedas, I am to be known. Vedasya sarvar aham eva vedyaha. So of the Vedas, I am to be known. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was hearing the Vedanta commentary from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he could not understand anything. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started to explain the meaning of Vedanta. What is the meaning of Vedanta? In short, Vedanta. Ved means knowledge. The conclusion of knowledge, Sri Prabhupada is called Bhakti Vedanta. So what is the conclusion of Vedanta? What is the conclusion of knowledge? Bhakti. Is to do bhakti. To be attracted to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When the Mayavadi sannyasis, they asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what kind of sannyasi are you? You're supposed to be reading Vedanta. But this is sentimentalism. You're chanting and dancing. This is sentiment. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am chanting because my Gurudev told me I am a fool, number one. I won't be able to understand Vedanta. So he told me to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And then they asked him, okay, you are chanting, but why you are dancing? Why you are dancing? And then Mahaprabhu said, yes, when I am chanting this mantra, and then I start to dance. Then I went back to my spiritual master and asked him, Gurudev, what kind of mantra you gave me? Kiba mantra dila, Gurudev, kiba mantra dila Gosai. Japite japite karila pagal. Japite japite. I'm chanting this mantra, karila pagal. I became mad. What kind of mantra is this? By chanting I became mad. Yes, madness. Everybody's mad in this world, isn't it? If you're not mad for Krishna, you're also mad for Maya. In fact, people call the Hare Krishna people mad people, isn't it? They're chanting and dancing on the road. Everybody's mad. When the gopis, they were mad after Krishna. They were talking to the trees, to the plants, asking, can you tell us where's our Krishna? If tomorrow we see Sutapa Prabhu speaking to the trees, what are we going to think about him? He's mad, isn't it? But of course, mad for Krishna. Even the gopis, the Goswamis, hey Radhe Vrajadevike Chalalite, hey Nanda Suno Kutha, where's Krishna? Where are you? Are you here, Govardhan Hill? It's madness. So Mahaprabhu is saying, chanting this mantra, I became mad. What kind of mantra you gave me? And then Ishwar Puri said, yes, this is the effect. This is a result of chanting this mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And then the Mayavadi sannyas said, okay, you're chanting, fine, you're dancing, fine. But why are you not reading Vedanta? And Mahaprabhu said, Vedanta is pure. Vedanta is like the sun, the sunshine. It's pure. But your interpretation of Vedanta is like the dark cloud, blocking the shine, the sunshine. So Vedanta is like sunshine. It's pure. But your interpretation of Vedanta is like the dark clouds that is blocking the sunshine. So that's why afterward, Sarva Bhattacharya, he completely changed. He became Vaishnava. So much so that he became a Vaishnava. He didn't want to hear the word mukti. He hated the word mukti. Because mukti conveys hypocrisy or jealousy. He even changed a word from the Bhagavatam, Bhakti Pade. Mukti Pade, tatte nukampam susamiksamano, munjayavatma, kirtam vipakam. He changed the word Mukti Pade into Bhakti Pade. He wrote. He just crossed it. This is not good. Mukti Pade is not good. He put Bhakti Pade. And Mahaprabhu said, was smiling, laughing. Why are you changing this Bhagavatam? Cannot change. He said, since I become Vaishnava, I hate the word Mukti. And then he said, I don't like it. And Mahaprabhu told him, but Mukti also here, Mukti means the lotus feet of the Lord. And Mukti also is glorified. 10th subject of Bhagavatam is Mukti. And Krishna is called Mukunda, the giver of Mukti. And Sarvabhaumasara said, you may have your interpretation, but I don't like this word Mukti. I hate. So this is the meaning of Vedanta, to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adhyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham. It's difficult to understand the Supreme Lord even through the Vedas. Vedesu Durlabham Adhurlabham Atma Bhaktu. It's easy to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the mercy of the Vaishnavas. So, that's why to understand the Supreme Lord, Prabhupada is saying here, through imagination, one's imagination, that is condemned. Prabhupada is saying that this is condemned. And he's referring that especially to the Mayavadis. Hare Krishna. I'd like to stop here. I was told it's about 8:30, but still we also have a few celebration today. I don't know if we can speak about them. We have some time. Is that okay? Okay. All right. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any comments or any question? Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.